how would you like to know what your future holds?
Well, that's something that Jessica Adams says she can help with. She's a psychic astrologer, and early this year she moved to Australia, claiming she saw the pandemic coming over a year ago.
Quite a skill, and we can talk to Jessica right now, who's
Hi,
in
Jessica.
Tasmania. Good morning, lovely
Good morning.
to talk to you. Let's find out the technique first of all. How do you predict the future?
Okay, so I use two techniques that were used by Nostradamus and a British astrologer called William Lilly in the 1500s and the 1600s. Peering into a bowl of water, it's called scrying, and also using dreams, precognitive dreams, and then bringing in the astrology to do the rest of the work.
Wow, OK, so last year you predicted that there was going to be a global pandemic using your technique. What did you see?
I actually saw a virus twice, and then I saw a row of numbers, which looked to me like a date, possibly a coded date. It was lots of ones and zeros and twos. This was in 2019, so I put it on my website because I like to let my readers know what's going on before it happens. And then I had a second vision of a virus, this time connected with shipping, in the month of March 2020. So again, I put that on my website to let people know about it.
You wrote, time and space in January 2020. This is a time to give yourself and others a great deal of time and space for deep changes, which will permanently affect politics, global security, business and employment. We've got Ceres, who's a symbol of compromise, deal-making, power sharing, and essentially a new world. You and the people you know will be affected through career and finances. Is that why you went to Tasmania?
It's one of the reasons, yes. I got one of the very last aeroplanes that you could get from Melbourne with 2 bags to my name, and then I landed here with a chicken. So that's where I'm talking to you now.
And so you say that this is the same pattern. Did you say chicken then?
Did you say you landed with a chicken? I was too scared of my Big Mac comment. What do you mean a chicken?
I landed first, and then somebody threw a chicken over my fence. So now the chicken is here with me. It's my sort of lockdown friend. Was my lockdown friend.
Okay.
And you didn't see that coming?
No, I didn't.
Oh. You say this is the same pattern as World War II?
Yes, it is. We're back in the 1940s, so we're back, as if we didn't know already, you know, we're back in an age of some supply shortages, but there are also some good things. There's a lot of gardening going on, a lot of dig for victory, and there's quite a lot of keep calm and carry on as well.
Yeah, for sure. But it's not just COVID that you predicted as well. Politics, particularly in America. You knew that something significant would happen in the US in October the 1st, 2020, which was the day that Trump was confirmed as having COVID. What sort of lies ahead there for America, would you say, with the election?
The United States, it was really clear 3 years ago that it was going to be Joe Biden's year, and also that women and people from all the range of politics will be making it to the top who don't normally get a look in. So it looks extremely good. It almost looks fated, actually, for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
What happens to us then? If you predicted this happening in the first place, what do you see about us getting out and when?
There's the question.
OK, so what's really clear from looking at the old horoscopes from the United Kingdom is that she's going to split into her 4 countries, so Wales, England, Scotland and Ireland. And at a certain point, we're going to see a cross-party government, a proper sort of 1940s coalition government, and there will be a concerted attempt to eliminate it within the 4 countries.
Well, I mean, we are already split into the 4 countries because everyone has their own take on how it has to be dealt with. They're in complete lockdown in Wales at the moment. So do you see this? You said you thought Wales would come out of it first. How long before we get back to normal?
It really depends on next year, but it could be a case of eliminating it. So 0 cases for 28 days, which has just happened here in Australia, obviously. Towards the end of next year, you're going to see Scotland in particular wanting to do her own thing, and she may be the first, or Wales, but they would open to each other first.
And what about Christmas? Because we've all got our eyes on Christmas. What's going to happen here at Christmas? Will we be able to spend time with our families?
Absolutely. In fact, just a few days before Christmas, we have the new age of Aquarius beginning, which is all about family and friends. So we're all going to be in these great sort of festive bubbles with a kind of Gavin and Stacey feel to Christmas, actually. So the people that you're with this Christmas are the people that you'll be with all next year, and there'll be that lovely sort of close feeling. So there are some good things about this.
And what about us then? Do you see anything for the pair of us?
I did actually have a look at your future, and there is a second book for you, Phillip. Quite a different book to the first one, a bit more personal, a bit more like a diary.
More personal? I'm writing something that's more personal?
Yeah.
No chance.
Could it get more personal? It looks like a cross between a little black book and a diary to me, and it'll be very successful, of course. And also books. I mean, I know that you've done children's books too. So thinking about you and your sister working on children's books.
Oh, me? Me, yeah.
Yes, sorry, I've got a split screen here. So when we're looking at your future, we're looking at children's books that get converted into quite cutting-edge technology. So even though this is a long time ago, it's coming back. And it will be the sort of technology that enables you to walk around inside your book.
Wow.
So I'm seeing two different kinds of
Very
books
specific, isn't it, actually?
Well, let's combine the two,
amazing.
and you can walk around in mine.
I did all half term. I loved it. Thank you.
Thank you very
It's really great
much.
to talk to you. We'll see if any of that comes true. At least there's an ending to it. Let's look at that. There's
Yes.
an ending to it, which is great. Thank you. Take care.